it's Marisha, and welcome to my creative diary. I hope you're having a great day. So today I'm creating 2 koi pond cards, but one with a twist. The products that are featured in today's video are by Elizabeth Craft Designs Leaves and Branches Die, Waffle Flower A7 Layers Die Set, Nesting Ovals Die, Creative Expressions Pebble Rush Embossing Folder, Catherine Pooler's Koi Pond Stamp and Die Set, and Honeybee Stamps Wishing You Were Here Stamp and Die Set. So let's get started. To begin, I went ahead and embossed this 110-pound cardstock paper off camera, and I am bringing in Distressed Oxides, Vintage Photo, Hickory Smoke, and Antique Linen because I'm going to create a pebbled look of sorts to this panel. I'm going to begin by using Antique Linen, and I'm going to apply a generous amount of this color first. There are different ways that you can create this panel of sorts. You do have the option to color your paper first and then emboss it with the folder, or you can apply the oxides to the inside of the embossing folder and then emboss your paper. Just whatever you decide to do, just go for it. Just play around with it and see which technique you would like to use. Next up, I am bringing in Vintage Photo. Now with this color, I am going to lightly apply it, kind of like I am lightly dusting the color. Because with Antique Linen, yeah, I was very heavy-handed on purpose. So going forward, the next colors to layer, I'm just going to lightly apply those colors. I love how this turned out. Now it's time to cut out a frame and window for this panel, and I'm going to do so by running this through my Sizzix Big Shot machine. Now it's on to the next step. Now off camera, I stamped, die cut, and colored these beautiful koi fish, and I am going to clear emboss them to give them like a wet look of sorts. I'm going to ink up the entire fish. I'm then going to apply my clear embossing powder, and then I'm going to apply some heat. Now, with this little fish, I had to perform some crafting surgery because I wanted it to be even with the other fin. I don't know. Has anybody done that before? You You see something, you just gotta correct it. So yeah, that's what I did. I just fixed it. Well, these two fish are done. See how glossy they are? They are so adorable. Now it's on to the next step. Now it's time to assemble our card, but I wanted to quickly show you this gorgeous alcohol ink background that I made using holographic cardstock. Now, my card base is 5x7 and I am using 110-pound cardstock. I am now bringing in Ultra Bond adhesive glue to apply to this card panel, and I'm then going to apply this to my card base. Now it's time for me to apply my alcohol inked water panel, but first I need to trim it down a little bit. So I'm bringing in my fiskars to complete this next step. Now that I've trimmed down my panel, I'm bringing back in my adhesive glue and I'm going to apply this to my card. For my next layer, I'm going to add foam tape and then I'm going to give it a good press just to make sure that it's adhered. So now I'm going to bring in my koi fish. I'm bringing them in just to position them and then it will be time to apply them to my card. Now my fish on the top, I'm going to use adhesive glue to adhere it to my card, and my fish on the bottom, I'm going to use foam tape. Now it's time to add the other elements to my card. So I'm bringing in my lotus flowers. I'm going to apply them by using adhesive glue, and I'm going to add a gold frame around this card. And then from there, I'm going to adhere my sentiment by using foam tape. Finally, I had to add this last embellishment, air bubbles. I had to do it. I'm sorry, but I had to do it. So I brought in Waffle Flowers clear embellishment drops to complete this last step. And there you have it. This card is done. There were so many steps, but guess what? It was well worth it. So, are you ready to see the second card? Here it is. What I did with this card is I added glossy accents to create an illusion that you were actually looking into a koi pond. This card did take a couple of days to dry, but guess what? It was so worth it. I love it. It actually, to me, it resembles an actual koi pond. So what are your thoughts? Leave it below. Would you rather create the card on the left or the card on the right or both? I would like to know. Thank you so much for joining me on today. I appreciate you as always. Don't forget to check out my blog at thediaryofbellerose.com. And remember, Self-care is the best care, so until next time, please take care.